The best way to stay motivated is to know your personality. That's what we do on my channel. Look at personalities. There's a history to the science of personality. Yes, you have a personality. If you don't have a personality, what are you doing with your life? So I'm going to smack you, say you can do this. You can stay motivated. The more you know about yourself, the more you're going to want to use every bit of who you are in life. The best way to do that is to take a personality test. On my channel, we talk about how to type yourself. You don't need some tests. You don't need to pay for some stupid test. Look at the basic 4 letters. Once you know that, you can go even deeper. You can look at enneagrams. You can look at social styles and subtypes, things like that. But generally speaking, are you somebody who needs to take a break once in a while when you're in social situations? If it's well, it depends. No, you're not an ambivert. You're most likely just an introvert. Extroverts can talk to people all day. I'm an extrovert, for example. You see how I'm enjoying this interaction with you? And I can do it all day. I'm an actor by trade. So when I'm on a movie set, on a film set, I'll schmooze everybody. Go talk to everybody. Get energized by that. And that's how I get ready. That's how I reset. If I've been alone for too long, I gotta go socialize to reset. The very opposite of probably how you are as an introvert. So there you go. You got your first letter already. Congratulations. Now, look at the second letter. Are you a daydreamer? Are you very much just in your head? The imaginative world that you live in is far more vivid than this physical plane. If that is the case, you daydreamer, then you're considered an intuitive. And that would be considered an N for intuitive. We already have an I for introvert, so we don't use I, we use N. And if you're very physical, like everything you do is very sensory, very quick, very fast paced, I talk very fast, as you can tell, I am the opposite of that. I am an S, a sensor. I use my 5 senses, I sense things very quickly. That isn't to say that intuitives can't sense things around them. It's just that they have to kind of live twice from the inside out. Sensors are from the outside in. You're figuring out yourself a little bit better now. And yes, that's a balloon over there. For all my sensor types, you just notice that there is a freaking mermaid balloon on the ceiling. Intuitives probably didn't know that. Intuitives would probably ask why the balloon is there. You see, they seek for the why, the deeper meanings of things. They want deeper relationships, deeper connections. Intuitives are like that. Now, and yes, that's my Christmas cock on the wall. Yeah, rooster. Anyway, the third letter. Are you an empath? Are you a feeler type? And if you can feel the emotions of a room, the emotions of somebody near you, not can you cry necessarily speaking, because everybody, crying actually heals the brain. Did you know that? But if you feel a connection with people, no matter where you are, what you're doing, if in a room it's just heavy or something feels off, you're probably a feeler type. So that third letter for you would be an F. F for feeling. If you're more on the logical side, like this doesn't make sense, you say things like that a lot. Analytically, you'll assess something and you'll make decisions based upon logic and practicality rather than how you feel at that time. Then you are what we call a thinker type, a T, not an F. So now you have your first 3 letters. Congratulations, 2 options each. Let's go through it again real quick. I versus E, introvert versus extrovert, intuitive versus sensory. We talked about that. The deeper meanings versus more of a sensory life. That isn't to say that sensors can't be profound and deep. It's just that they don't need that extra fluff. Intuitives do. That third letter, are you a feely, huggy, lovey-dovey person? Or are you more logical and cold, rather? Warm versus cold, T versus F. And it's okay to be cold. It doesn't make you any lesser of a person, but you'll probably know. And if any of these letters so far are kind of questionable for you, that's what we call a liquid letter on my channel. I made it that term and it just kind of seems to fly. It's very liquid for you. And there might be some trauma regarding one of your letters now. See, now you know yourself more. How do you stay motivated? Know more about yourself. And the final letter, we're just going to finish this right up, is are you a J or a P? Do you seek for structure? Do you seek for that barrier in life? Those bunkers. Do you bowl with bunkers, basically? Perceiving type of personalities like myself, we're a lot more reactive, for example. Spontaneous, per se. Doesn't mean a J personality type can't be spontaneous. It's just when a J is spontaneous, it's kind of within a predictable realm. They were already going to go to the grocery store. They just happened to find a deal on, passion fruit. That's spontaneous, I guess. But a P would be like, you know what? We were going to the grocery store, but let's go over here, back and forth. And you know what? Maybe we'll end up at the grocery store. Let's just see what happens. That's a P type of personality type. As you can see, Ps are not necessarily considered more fun. They're just considered more open to whatever happens. It's a receptive way of living rather than a J being structured. No. I plan to go to the grocery store. We decided to go to the grocery store. We're going to do that first. Okay, so that's a very obvious way of this, that, J is more based upon behavior, J's and Ps. J for judging, prejudging, rather, as you can see, and P for perceiving and then acting accordingly. So there you go. Now you know your personality. This may help you. My son says hi. This may help you to stay more motivated, to have more zest in life. And now that you're onto this track of personality stuff, feel free to join us here on TikTok or on YouTube, wherever you're more comfortable. Maybe now you can type the people around you, and now you can relate to them even more. Once you get your first 4 letters, you can go down vertically into what we call cognitive stacks. It's every 4-letter code on the Myers-Briggs level. That's Myers-Briggs, by the way. You just did that. Congratulations. You're now going to go into what we call cognitive stacks. There are 8 functions in that regard, which is a whole other world of fun. This goes into more about how you use these functions. Like how efficient are you? How selfless or selfish are you? It's not always a bad thing to be selfish, right? Oxygen mask on first so that you can help other people. How sensory are you? How routine-based are you? See, it gets a little more complicated. But let's just start off with the first 4 letters, just so you can stay motivated and get motivated and live life a little more flavorful. I'm Eric Osmond. Yes, I'm an Osmond. You can judge me. But I'm here to help you. Here to help you stay motivated and inspired for the next day of your life. Because every day is something new. Even coming from a P, perceiver type personality type, I can tell you that. The J personality types just expect the next day. Either way, however you decide to live, tomorrow is a new day. Much love, and I'll see you on the other side.